In today's video, I'm rebuilding the Cleveland Cavaliers, but I trade Donovan Mitchell. What it do is good, YouTube? Odie back with another 2K banger. Let me preface this video by saying, in no way in hell do I think the Cavs should trade, need to, or should trade Donovan Mitchell. For y'all angry Cavs fans, come in my comment section, all right? Chill out. Now, that being said, I gotta trade his ass today. After, let's just say, coming up short in the playoffs last year, hopefully they have a nice new up-and-coming season, make a little run at it, because I think they're talented enough to with this current roster, you feel me? But the only thing I think you could maybe say about Donovan Mitchell not being a great fit for the Cavs is that, well, you know, I mean, he's 6'3", Garland's 6'1", it's a little undersized backcourt, you feel me? I mean, maybe you could say that. So we do the Donovan Mitchell trade. I'm thinking today we're gonna have to pick up a little wing piece maybe as that main piece. So like in the trade finder, you know, there's some cool options like, you know, a Franz Wagner, but like I'm not really feeling that. And you know, with the main pieces that we're keeping on this team in Evan Mobley and Darius Garland, you know, they're 24, 25 years old. So I think we go out there and try to get a young piece. Could the Cavs get an Ace Bailey deal done for Donovan Mitchell? You take a look at it, the Jazz would acquire $32 million here. And I'm just thinking I want to do something like this because we get younger, you get a nice little up and coming win here. Maybe I could bring Lauri Markkanen back to the team because that's honestly the only contract that would make the money work. They wouldn't even do that straight up. I was going to say attach a pick or something like that, but they wouldn't even do Lauri Markkanen and Ace Bailey straight up, which is kind of insane to me. I guess they really like Ace Bailey. I'll even throw you a player like Tyrese Proctor. Isn't that just lovely? Now, I'm now 100% getting fleeced in this deal, and this would never happen in real life, but I have to say again, it's 2K. Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Proctor for Ace Bailey and Lauri Markkanen. Maybe instead of Lauri, could I take back on like a Nurkic contract and then get 2 first-round picks? Like, would I rather have 2 first-round picks or Lauri Markkanen? Would they do this for 2 first-round picks? They would not. All right, so let me throw Markkanen back in there. Would they do this? They're gonna say no. I'm not giving up any first-round picks with Donovan Mitchell. I would give up seconds and that's it. All right, let's throw in Yusuf Nurkic and 1 first-round pick. You're telling me that doesn't get it done? Oh, 2K is wildin', bro. Well, I didn't expect this trade to go through, but it did. I was just experimenting with some shit, and Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Proctor, a first and a second for Amen Thompson, Fred VanVleet, and Clint Capella. Amen Thompson is the player we're building around. It kind of fits the time frame of Mobley and Garland, and we got Amen Thompson. I could play him at the 3, and he would go up to a 87, but I think that's a nice defensive piece on this team, man. I really do. And I also did send Donovan Mitchell to the Rockets, so that's I built a super team over there. Obviously, Capella and Fred VanVleet are just like filler players. Like, I don't want these guys on my team. I also was thinking about moving Jared Allen at some point in this video. Maybe I'll do that at some point. Freddie has a player option that I really don't want. DeAndre Hunter's cool for now. Like, I guess this is a fine roster for this first season. I don't think this team's going to be able to compete for a championship in this first year. You have a defensive duo of the future of Amen Thompson and Evan Mobley. Someone's going to have to pick up the slack in the scoring department. That's why I'll be upping Mobley's shot tendency to an 85 and touch tendency. Garland's need to get up to a 90 shot tendency. He's going to be need to take in a lot of shots. Amen Thompson also has a 55 shot tendency. So I'm going to get that up to a 75 to start this first season, and then we'll go from there. So I guess this is what the rotation is going to be looking like. VanVleet, Strus, Capella, Lonzo off the bench isn't bad. System Pro is going to be 4 stars, pace and space. And let's get into simming, bro. First game of the season with Amen Thompson is going to be a win over the Knicks, which is a good sign. You actually lock up most of their guards here. Evan Mobley, 28 and 12. Garland, 21 points. Amen Thompson, as long as he can score, like, if Amen Thompson can score 14 or 15 points a game, I'll be pretty happy with that. And then DG and Mobley have to be up past the 20s, maybe like 22 and 23 points per game. But we're 3-0 to start, 4-0. Can we start the season 5-0? And we do. And we're still putting up a lot of points. We just put up 140 on the Boston Celtics. Darius Garland, 42 and 15. Mobley, 32. 140 in the Bucks there with Garland and Amen Thompson leading you in that game. So maybe this will work out for the better, honestly, for this Cavs team, as we are undefeated so far to start. And it's really just Amen Thompson, Mobley, Garland. It's really just these 3. All right, well, maybe I have built the best team of all time, and I've only made 1 trade because this is absolutely insane. We're 15-0 to start the season. Garland's averaging 26 points and 8 assists to start this year on 56, 50, 88 splits. And then Mobley's averaging 23 and 12. There's no way they can keep this up for the whole year. That would be absolutely insane. Jared Allen, 12 and 11. Amen Thompson's averaging 17, 7 and 4 and 2 steals and a block and a half a game. That's outstanding. I guess we'll just sim together until we lose our first game. We do lose to the Rockets there, of course. The one team we lose to is the team we traded with. And Donovan Mitchell dropped 40 in his revenge game. And Donovan Mitchell is having himself quite a season, man. 28 points per game and he's shooting 56, 49, 81 splits. Those are some impressive numbers there from Donovan Mitchell. Anyway, 15-1 is going to definitely put us at the 1 seed. The Mavs are 16-0, so I thought we were having a good season. The Mavs are undefeated, and I'm going to see our boys at the halfway point of this year number 1 season. All right, we're at the deadline, and we are the 2 seed in the East, down by literally 1 game on the New York Knicks, so we can take a look at stats and kind of see where we could possibly get better at this halfway point, because it looks like we are a contending team. Garland and Mobley are doing exactly what I wanted them to. 24 and 8 for Mobley, or for Garland, on 50, 40, 87 split, so he's having a phenomenal year in the absence of Donovan Mitchell. Evan Mobley has stepped up in a big time way as well. 23, 10, and 5 assists, which is sneaky for Evan Mobley. 2 blocks a game. Amen Thompson is averaging damn near 20 points. So, I mean, like, I'll take this any day of the week from Amen Thompson. 19.5, 8.5, and 4 with 2 steals and a block and a half a game. He's shooting really efficient from the 2. 3-pointers not really there, but it's all right. And then as for the rest of the guys, it's like Allen, it's Strus, who's giving you some really quality minutes off the bench. It's DeAndre Hunter, who is actually kind of subpar. Maybe if there's a move to do, I might look to move Hunter possibly. Van Vliet's actually not bad if we're trying to still compete off the bench. And then there's Capella, Lonzo I might look to move. So maybe we look to move maybe DeAndre Hunter and Lonzo Ball possibly. But if you're going to look to move Hunter, like, what would you trade for Hunter? You would need a small forward in return, I guess. Maybe throw in a second with like him and Dean Wade and see what's out there. But I don't know. I mean, like, Hunter's kind of the ideal fit for this team. You could go out there and try to get like a Norman Powell. It would cost you a 1st-round pick, and he's only on a 1-year deal, and he's 32. But if you're trying to kind of compete, it's not a bad option. I would not trade for DeRozan. I don't think that would help in any way. He's not having a bad year, but I mean, I can entertain the Powell thing, right? And then throw him at the 3. I would hate to give up a 1st-round pick. I wouldn't need Davion Mitchell. Would they do like a Hunter for Powell swap? They would want Lonzo for Davion. I would do Lonzo for Davion, and they would actually counter offer with Thomas Bryant in a 2nd-round pick, and it would give me Pelly Larson back. So you really trade nothing of significance here, and this is kind of what I want to do, is trade off Hunter and Lonzo anyway, and we get the better point guard in my opinion in Davion Mitchell. Now that being said, Norman Powell is on a 1-year deal. We might look to extend him, but he's having a very good season in Miami. 44% from 3 is crazy. So I'm going to be doing this trade for Norman Powell at the deadline. And then, like I said, we can either move Amen to small forward, or you can move Powell to small forward. Either one doesn't really matter. I think I'm going to move Powell to small forward, and I trust the shooting a little bit more. So now you have Garland, you have Thompson, Powell, Mobley, and Allen, which is really, really good. And then off the bench, you do have Fred VanVleet, Strus, Donovan, or Davion Mitchell. Don't really need 2 point guards in the rotation, but I guess it's fine. And then Capella can still be there. And then we can give like Larry Nance a few power forward minutes off the bench. So we'll go something like this. We're going to go some starter heavy minutes to Amen Thompson, Evan Mobley. So this is what it's going to look like, which I honestly like this rotation quite a bit now. And Norman Powell should give us a little bit more of a scoring punch. As for team stats for this Cavs team, we have a top 7 offense before the Norman Powell trade. Defense is pretty good as well. You have the 2nd best defense in the NBA with the 3rd best point differential. So you're one of the top teams in the league. And now I'd be open to extending Norman Powell in the offseason. Oh, Norman Powell already got an extension. Oh man, the Heat already gave Norman Powell an extension. So we have a 5-year, $160 million contract with Norman Powell. Now that might be a little concerning because I was not prepared for that. We might have to move off of that if he starts to regress bad. Max Strus wants a 2-year contract. I'd do 2 years, 5.5, and he can do that. All right. And then Dean Wade, I'm good off of that. So I think that's going to be it for the season. As for All-Stars, we do have Garland and Mobley here, which is cool. All right, Jokic wins MVP. Cooper Flag Rookie of the Year. Nas Reed, 6-man Wemby, Sar, and Steph Curry. Knicks win Coach of the Year. They win 63 games. That's going to be tough to beat them. All-NBA first team, you see Evan Mobley. In the absence of Donovan Mitchell, Mobley jumps up to first team, 23, 10, and 5. Really good season out of Emo. All-NBA second team, All-NBA third team. There's Donovan Mitchell making it for the Rockets. He went crazy, actually. Best season of his career. Mobley and Amen Thompson both make All-NBA, All-Defensive first team. So that's exactly what I envisioned when trading for Amen Thompson. Cavs team is going to be the 2 seed. We did win 60 games, though, so you are a top 4 team in the NBA. Just got to get past New York in the Eastern Conference. Final season stats, Garland got up to 23 points, and then Mobley Powell was there with 22, and then Thompson. All right, round 1, you have Indiana. I like the matchups at every position, to be honest with you. Game 1, what is this, bro? Game 1 is going to be a Pacers victory. That being said, all right, game 2 is going to be a Cavs victory. We win by 10 right there. Mobley with a big game. Can we get game 3? No, we go down 2-1. I don't love that. I do not love that at all. If this team goes down 3-1, I'm going to be extremely disappointed. And they tied up at 2s, which is good. We win by 7 points. Mobley, Amen Thompson with 2 really, really massive games. Garland, 26 points. Can we go up 3-2 here? And yes, we can. And I will simcast game 6s and game 7s. All right, you're up 3-2. I mean, the first round shouldn't be a problem after winning 60 games, but you never know. It was for the Cavs in real life. So why wouldn't it be in the game? That being said, we are going to be going up and winning by 11 here. We put up 146 points in regulation. Mobley with another massive game for Evan Mobley. I mean, that's a really good first round. Strus even hit 6 threes as well. All right, so you got round 2 against the Boston Celtics, who just barely beat the Hawks in the last round. They're starting Xavier Tillman at center, so that should be food, right? They got Tatum back. He's healthy from his Achilles injury, but that being said, it should be an easy series. They do take game number 1. We lose by 4. Garland drops 40, but we do lose that game because Derek White gets off against us. All right, game number 2 is going to be a Celtics victory. The Celtics might just own the Cleveland Cavaliers. How many games did the Celtics team win? They won 48, so you're 12 games better, and you're going down 2-1 in this series. We do get the win there. Can we tie it at 2s? Yes, you can. Can you go up 3-2? And can we win in game 6? Let's find out. We've won 3 games in a row, so why not make it 4? I mean, the Boston Celtics are starting a 72 overall at center. You really think that they would stand a chance? Come on, 2K. Let's be real, bro. Are up 7 in the 4th quarter. 6-point game. Still a 6-point game, and we're going to be getting out of there. We're going to be getting out of there in 6 games, and we win by 10. Amen Thompson with a big-time closeout game. Garland with a good game as well. All right, I'm actually going to be cutting this to 8 for the conference finals. Just want to make sure we get our guys some heavy minutes here. All right, conference finals against the Orlando Magic, who knock off the 63-win Knicks team, and that does us a major favor, bro. The Magic won 47 games, bro. So, I mean, they're a talented team, but all right, conference finals here. Game 1 is going to go to the Cavs. Mobley 32-11 here. Game number 2. We should be beating this team pretty easily. We're up 2-1, up 3-1, and we're going to get out in 5 games going to the NBA Finals just like that. In year number 1, after trading Donovan Mitchell, in which what I thought would be not a competing year, we are in the NBA Finals, which is dope. Now, that being said, we do have to play the Thunder team, who are elite. This is an elite team, which I am pretty terrified of. I'm not going to lie. And before we do anything else, I'm going to be putting Amen Thompson on SGA. There's just no way I'm having Darius Garland guard that boy Shea. I mean, that is just not going to happen. So, Amen Thompson, you got to go tighten up, bro. I ain't going to lie. OKC won 60 games, so you got the same exact record as them. Game number 1 is going to be a Cavs victory. We do get it done right there. Now, Shea does drop 40. No one else really shows up, and Evan Mobley drops 37-11. Game number 2 is going to be a Thunder victory. Game number 3 is going to be a loss. All right, being down 2-1 in the series is not good. We're cutting this down to a 7-man rotation. And you guys got to tighten the hell up, bro. You got to tighten the hell up. You cannot go down 3-1, and that's exactly what happens. And yeah, this series is going to be a wrap here. There is absolutely no way that we're going to be able to beat this Thunder team. You know, sometimes in 2K, you can have such a great run at it, but then you just fall so short, and it just crushes your soul. We're going to be able to win a few games here. Maybe we'll even be able to force 7, but winning 3 games in a row against the OKC Thunder is a really tough task to do, and you just don't see it happening. I don't got faith in our guys to get it done, as we're down 10, down 9, and we're going to be getting eliminated in the NBA Finals in 6 games, and Shea wins Finals MVP. I absolutely hate the Thunder. I hate the Mavericks. I just hate all the Western Conference teams in 2K. I really do. But like I said, on the bright side, on a year where you weren't expecting to really compete like that, you do make the NBA Finals. You do make a nice little run at it. Now, you got to dump off some of these older guys that are on your team. Like, we'll look to maybe move Powell if he does regress, but overall, not a bad year 1 season. Bulls got the first pick in the draft. Do we have a pick here at all? We do not have a first round pick. That's fine. TPOs, we're going to be picking up the option on Amen Thompson. And then as for Fred VanVleet, he does opt in, but I'm definitely going to look to trade him for sure. Yeah, we got to rework this bench out. So VanVleet, just by himself in the trade finder, could probably land me a decent piece. Like Michael Porter, I don't really want Michael Porter. He is on a 1-year deal and he wouldn't regress, so maybe I wouldn't hate that. Jakob Poeltl could be a nice piece off the bench, a nice backup center. Malik Monk would be a nice piece off the bench. I think that's the trade we do, is go get Malik Monk, because you're still trying to compete now. You get Devin Carter in this deal as well, and you also get off Capella, who I was actually going to look to trade as well. So maybe we try to do this trade for Malik Monk. I think it makes sense. All right, so now you get a nice little backup shooting guard off the bench with Malik Monk, who's just going to provide more scoring off the bench. Strus is fine. He can stay here. We do need a backup center and a backup power forward, it looks like. Precious, not bad. HB, I'll give a $4 million contract to, and probably just look to move him. And then I'll look to see if I can sign Nick Richards to a minimum, and we're going to get both of those guys. I'm thinking you go HB and Brogdon here. Try to get an upgrade at one of those positions. Now, the Heat would offer me Khalil Ware in a first round pick. Like, I could do this deal, but why in a million years would the Miami Heat do this? I mean, this just doesn't make any sense at all. But I will accept Robert Williams in a first round pick, though. Now, I could have taken Khalil Ware and just cheese, but that's like too unrealistic. Now, Nick Richards, we do need a power forward for, and I will take Derek Jones in this trade. So yeah, you add Derek Jones, you add Robert Williams to this team, and I could look to shop Norman Powell trades, right? I mean, the guy definitely has some trade value, but again, if I could go throw a haul at the Jazz for Ace Bailey, like, I would 100% still do that. They would still acquire $7 million more. I would take Kyle Anderson. Like, I would throw you, honestly, I would throw you like 4 first round picks for for Ace Bailey on this squad. Would they do this for would they do this for 5 first-round picks? Would they do Storm Norman Powell and 5 first-round picks for Ace Bailey? They would. Now, was that the right move? I don't know. I tried to get Ace Bailey at the beginning of the video. I just dumped every pick I own to get Ace Bailey. But now you have a true small forward that you can now build around. And that is going to be the final trade at the deadline. LeBron goes back to the Lakers. Trae Young signs with the Wizards here. Kristaps goes to the Bulls. Jalen Duren goes to the Nets. But hey, we got ourselves a player by the name of Ace Bailey who jumps up 6 overalls and is now an 83. You do see Garland and Allen dropping, but Mobley goes up 3. Amen Thompson goes up 4, and you still have a nice, decent little bench here. We do dump all of our draft capital, right? But you have an exciting, and I mean exciting, young core. And now we get to see a starting lineup of Garland, Thompson, Ace Bailey, Mobley, and Jared Allen. Again, I could look to move Jared Allen. Would I prefer Davion or Devin Carter? That is really, really tough. I think I prefer Davion Mitchell to Devin Carter. So let's try to flip Devin Carter for a wing. There's Dalton Connect, who I wouldn't hate on the team, 45% from 3 last year. So I'm going to be flipping Devin Carter for Dalton Connect here. And now you got Connect, you got Monk off the bench with Robert Williams and Davion Mitchell, which I think is a fine enough 9-man roster rotation. And I'll even give those 10th man minutes to Max Strus. So you just got straight shooters on your bench now and a really, really good starting 5. So we'll see where this team can take us. System Pros 4.5 stars pace and space under Coach Kenny Atkinson. All right, beautiful. First game of the season is going to be a win. Garland and Mobley still should have their good seasons along with Amen Thompson. But now, what does Ace Bailey's role come in here? How does Ace Bailey come in here and play with this team? It's going to be interesting to see how they mesh together. Like, who's going to be that 4th leading scorer behind Thompson, Mobley, and Garland? Like, I'm really not too sure. Anyway, we start the season 20-5, and we're playing some electric basketball. Mobley is doing around the same thing he did this year. I mean, Garland's down to 19 points, which is okay, I guess. The 3 has not been there to start the season. Thompson's 16 points. Ace Bailey's averaging 13. So you just got more spread scoring in this season. You got more players to kind of just take the weight off, and then you got some good depth and good offense off the bench. You're sitting at about the 1 seed in the East, 1 seed overall in the whole entire NBA. So we'll see where this team's at the deadline and see if we need to make any moves. We're at the deadline here. We're the best team in basketball. We have 40 wins, but we're not going to make any trades here. We're just going to be extending Darius Garland, and I'm going to also extend Malik Monk, because why not? And then I can also give Derrick Jones a minimum to trade his ass in the offseason, so might as well. Rotation looks pretty nasty, I ain't gonna lie. Only thing I'm a little skeptical about is the defense off the bench with Dalton Connect and Malik Monk, because you know them boys do not play defense whatsoever. Second best offense. Defense is still good, though, top 5. You got the best point differential of 12. No moves to be made. Pretty confident with the group to win a championship in this year number 2 season, so let's get it done. Jokic goes back-to-back MVPs. Darren Peterson, Rookie of the Year. Jaden Ivey, 6-man. Wemby, Depoy, Most Improved Buffkin, John Morant, Mike Brown, and the Knicks win 65 games. So this video, you can tell, is unrealistic because the Knicks are winning 60 games plus 2 seasons in a row. All-NBA second team, you do see Emob here, 23 and 10 and 5, so he gets better by a little bit. 3-pointer goes up by a little bit. Another good season from Emob. Nobody on third team here, and then we have the Thompson and Mobley on first team, all defense, which is dope. We're going to be sitting at the 2 seed again, so we got 1 game better from last year. 61 wins, back-to-back seasons winning 60 games, so that's some good shit right there, man. I ain't gonna lie. Cutting it down to a 9-man, and this is what the rotation is going to look like in the playoffs. Final stats on the year: Mobley, you saw Garland, 22 points, 8 assists there, 50, 40, 90 for DG. Thompson's there, 17, 7 and 5, 2 steals a game. Ace Bailey, 14 and 4. He's only going to get better as these years go on. He's only 20 years old, already at an 85 overall. And then Monk gave you some good minutes off the bench scoring wise. Allen was good. Dalton Connect was really efficient. Strus was all right. Probably going to look to move on from him in the offseason. We ended up having the best offense in the NBA. The defense did drop to 7th, but it's all right. You have Orlando in round 1. They have Wendell Carter at center. Not really too worried about this Magic team at all, to be honest with you. And we're going to be beating them in 5 games pretty easily. Mobley closed it out with a 40-point, 11 rebounds, 76, 6 steal game. Is crazy, I ain't gonna lie. Pacers in round 2. We played them last year. We beat them last year. So I'm not really concerned about them whatsoever. They're gonna go up 2-0. Go up 3-0. We're going to be able to get out of here in 5 games, most likely. Once again, Ace Bailey that time closed it out with a 40-point game. It's either the Knicks or it's Boston in the conference finals. It's going to be the New York Knicks, who did win 65 games, as you did see. And yeah, they have a decent-looking squad. It's the same team as their usual team, except they have Tobias Harris now, which, in my opinion, should not make them any better. If anything, it should make them worse. Game number 1 is going to go to us. That being said, we won by 17 points. Mobley has just been honestly doing everything he can in this video to get us to a championship. The Knicks tied at 1s. We go up 2-1 in this series. We go up 3-1, and we should be getting out of here in about 5 or 6 games. They do force 6 here, so I will simcast it. And we're going to have a very close game, and we are going to be able to pull away. And we're going to the NBA Finals to play the Minnesota Timberwolves. Another really big Evan Mobley closeout game. He really has been showing up when it matters. Playing the 3 seed Minnesota Timberwolves, they won 55 games. We're better by 6 games. we should be able to get this done. But I don't think they have enough defense on this team. They have Gobert off the bench. I would assume. I do like that bench a little bit, but I do think we are better. Game 1 is going to go to us. We win by 5. Evan Mobley with a really good game. We go up 2-0 in the series. Mobley 31, 9, and 7. He wants his finals MVP, and he's going to get a finals victory. Will he get finals MVP though? Yes, he does. He averages 27, 12, and 6 in the NBA finals, and Evan Mobley gets on top as we sweep the Minnesota Timberwolves and win our first championship of the video. It comes in year number 2 after trading Donovan Mitchell. Cavs rebuild going along so far pretty well. We'll take 1 in 2 years, definitely for sure, and this team only has room to grow, and I'm glad we traded for Ace Bailey. And Mobley's still only 25. Thompson's 24. And I like where this team's headed going into year 3. LeBron, Harden, and Westbrook all make the Hall of Fame. Knicks get the first pick after losing in the conference finals, which is not good for us. We're going to look to bring back Atkinson if we can. I mean, he got us to the top, so why not give him a contract extension? And he is going to come back to us. The Knicks draft Baba with the first pick, which is a little scary for us. All right, we can give Amen Thompson a big old contract. We can give him about $31 million a year for 5 years. And we're going to get this deal done. Lock his ass up for 5 years. We have money for a mid-level too, so what do we really need for a mid-level? We could use a backup point guard. We could use a backup power forward. We could really use anything. So maybe we grab Isaiah Joe here, see if we can pick him up to play backup shooting guard. There could be our power forward in Rui Hachimura, which I wouldn't mind at all, coming off of a 40% from 3 season, which I wouldn't mind. We could have a little Ty Jerome reunion here, but I think let's bang out this deal for Hachimura. We're sending over Strus and Isaiah Joe for Hachimura in a first-round pick, so let's get that done. I think we could look to get a backup point guard, though. I signed Schroeder, so let's see if we can throw in Jones and Schroeder to get a good point guard. I see Isaiah Collier there, which I might do. He might progress a little bit, and yeah, I'm going to be picking up Isaiah Collier in a first-round pick. Lakers land Jokic, which is crazy. The Warriors land Giannis, so Giannis is out of the East, which is a great thing. The Warriors do have Giannis and Curry now, which is insane. The Bucks get Anthony Davis. Donovan Mitchell leaves the Rockets and goes to the Clippers. And the Mavs land Karl Anthony Towns. I have not seen this before. This is crazy. As you take a look at play progression, and we're only getting better, boy. Evan Mobley's at 94 overall now. Garland's up. Everyone's up. Thompson. Ace Bailey's up 3 to an 86. Allen even getting better. Connects at 82 now. All right, this is what the rotation is going to be looking like for the Cavs. You got Garland, you got Amen Thompson, Ace Bailey, Mobley, and Allen again with Connect, Collier, Malik Monk, Rui Hachimura, and Robert Williams is going to be that backup center as that 10th man. So the lineup does look very, very solid. We're 4.5 stars pace and space once again. As for contracts, we got our main guys locked up. We're going to have to pay Ace Bailey at the end of the year. And then we're going to have to pay some of these other rookie guys coming off their rookie contracts here. Keep talking about the Allen trade, but if we just won a championship, why would I change anything? We do lose the first game of the season, which is not great. Do we still beat Dallas? And we can still beat Dallas, which is a good sign. So I expect to be another pretty good team as you do start the season, though, off to a 500 start, which I don't love this. 6-6 to start is not good. The offense is top 7. Our defense is not good to start the season. That is not a good sign. We have too many maybe non-defenders off the bench. Maybe that could be it. Anyway, we're 6-6. I'm sure we'll start to turn things around. I'm gonna see our boys at some point. All right, so we're about a month before the trade deadline. We're 24-16, and I think we should be better than this. We are the 2 seed, but I don't think if we keep things the same, we're gonna be good enough to go back to back. Take a look at our team stats here, and yeah, our defense is not bad. It's top 10, but it could definitely be better. I think the problem is having all these guys off the bench. I think Connect's safe because he's just so efficient. Collier, he's not great. Malik Monk having a good year. Hachimura is playing bad. He's not good. I'm gonna have to trade Hachimura. All right, so we experimented with the Rui thing. It's just not working out. Gigi Jackson, not that defender. I need a defender, man. Dame on a 1-year deal. Dame, 37-year-old Dame, huh? Wait, that's actually kind of fun. Actually, scratch that. I'm getting Toumani Camara. I see Toumani Camara. I get Toumani Camara. I don't even have to give up a first-round pick. That's exactly what I need. I'm sorry. I would love to get Dame, but Toumani Camara sitting there is just, I can't pass up on that. Looks like I have to trade Collier. I'll throw him and Robert Williams in a finder. See if we can get an upgrade at one of those positions. Like maybe now I'll do the Khalil Ware deal, or I could get Maluak. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do back-to-back deals with the Phoenix Suns. We're gonna be trading Collier and Robert Williams for Kaman Maluak here. We add Kamara here, and we add Kaman Maluak, and we cut it down to a 9-man rotation. And it's going to look something like this for the rest of the year. Making it more condensed, getting another good defender off the bench. I think that should help us out. We'll see, though. Jokic goes to 3 MVPs in a row this time on the Lakers. He gets it done. Tyron Stokes wins rookie. Ivy, another 6-man. Wemby, Depoy, Markel Brown, most improved. The Thunder wins 66 games. I have a hard time seeing us beat a 66-win team. Mobley does make another first team. I mean, these 3 years have been good for us. 24-10 for E-Mobes. Damn near 6 assists now, which is dope. That's the only All-NBA guy we got. Amen Thompson and Mobley both make first team all defense once again. And how many games did we win this year? We were the 1 seed. I know that. We won 56-26. So 10 games under OKC. We were the 1 seed in the East, though, but I don't know, man. Another look at stats on the year. Mobley, DG, 21-8. Amen Thompson, 19 points, 7-5 again. The three ball is getting a little bit better each and every season. Ace Bailey up to 17 points per game, so he definitely improves this year. You're looking at the best offense in the NBA, 129 points a game. Defense did get a little bit better. We jump up to the 5th best defense in the league. And we have a 12-point differential, which is the 2nd best in the NBA. So maybe our record should be a little bit better than it actually is. You have Miami in round 1. I'm not really worried about Miami with a Tyler Hero and Podziemski backcourt. That's pretty tragic. I ain't gonna lie to you. And we're going to be sweeping the Miami Heat pretty easily. Chicago in round 2, AJ Mitchell, Kobe White, Cam Boozer, Tyron Stokes. The team should be good in the future, but not good enough to beat us this year. We're up 3-0. And we're going to be in the conference finals just like that. We have to play the 6th-seeded Washington Wizards with a Trae Young, Bub Carrington backcourt and an Alex Sarr. So again, that team's good, but again, not good enough to beat us now. We haven't lost going into the NBA finals. Unfortunately, we do have to play none other than the 1-seeded 66 team win OKC Thunder. They are starting Jalen Williams at center, which isn't the best option. You know, their bench isn't great. They got Cam Wilson. They got Caleb Wilson and Topic. I mean, that's cool, but like low-key think we're better, bro. Game number 1 is going to go to the Thunder. We lose by 18 points. Shea drops 43. Mobley and Garland do their thing, but it's not even close to beating them. Game 2, okay, maybe we just can't beat the Thunder in this video. We do go down 3-1, and we are going to be probably getting eliminated here. And no, we do force game 6. All right, can we win 2 games in a row against the 66-win Thunder team? I doubt it, but you can always try. And that's where it gets cut short. We're down 23 heading into the 4th quarter, and we get absolutely blown out. The 2nd time in 3 years we have got eliminated by the OKC Thunder. Shea wins another one. And we just fall short. So the Thunder are definitely got our number. They've won 3 in the last 4 years. On the plus side, though, this team has made the NBA Finals every year of the video. And in the NBA Finals, I mean, Garland showed up. Mobley showed up. Amen Thompson was great. Ace Bailey really didn't. And Jared Allen, I think we need to upgrade from him. I mean, 8 points, 9 points and 7 rebounds as your starting center is not really going to cut it. All right, I'm going to give Connect a contract here, $12 million, $56 million over 4 years. We'll sign him to that off the bench. And like I said, I think this is where we look for a Jared Allen trade now. I mean, there's no way I could grab Bam on this team. Like, Bam would be such a good option for this team. I low-key think he's attainable. The trade value isn't too far off, and having a Bam in Mobley front court would be something special. I do need to go sign some players, though, in free agency to make this happen. All right, so we'll go Allen. I signed a bunch of minimum guys. I'll give you Corey Kispert. And honestly, I'm gonna just flood this with the players. Brandon Boston, I'll give you a 1st-round pick, and that gets it done. So you trade 3 players and a 1st-round pick for Bam Adebayo, who fits the timeline even more. And now you have a Bam and you have an Evan Mobley frontcourt, which is just absolutely disgusting, in my opinion. I think it's time to move off of Malik Monk. We're gonna trade him and Ryan Rollins, look for a shooting guard that fits the kind of build more. Quentin Grimes does that. He's a little bit better defender as well, and he kind of shoots better from 3 on top of that. So let's continue to try to build off of that, and let's grab, oh, actually, I can get Lou Dort. Matter of fact, let me grab Lou Dort. I ain't gonna lie, let me grab Lou Dort. All right, that's gonna be free agency, and you see Ace Bailey going up to an 89. So now you have your top 5, starting 5 is 87 and better. And then you have Connect, you have Kamara, Maluat goes up 1, you got Lou Dort and stuff. So your bench is still good enough, in my opinion, to win the championship. I think this team should win the championship. You're looking at the same starting 5 with Bam there now. And then the same bench unit looks really, really solid. So I love this team, I ain't gonna lie. And honestly, tell you the truth, your 5 stars pace and space now with Bam added to the team. This should be a 65-70 win team, damn near, honestly. I mean, having a Bam and Evan Mobley front court, like no team in the NBA would score more than 125 points. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. This honestly might be the best defensive front court in the past decades. All right, well, in year 3, this man of the myth, the legend, gets him done. 24 and 10 and 6 assists for Evan Mobley. And this is where his future, man. He got the potential to be a future MVP, and he gets it done, man. Beautiful stuff. That takes some pressure off my chest. Kenny Atkinson and the Cavs do win Coach of the Year. We get it done, man. MVP Mobley, man. Evan MVP Mobley, man. That is just so beautiful. Amen Thompson, Mobley both make all defensive first team. Best team in the East, best team in the West. With the MVP on the squad, you should guarantee yourself a championship in this year 4 season. Let's take a look at overall stats on the year. Garland, still that second leading guy. He's been that for 4 years now. 50, 40, 90 season again. Amen Thompson, 19 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. He's been great. Ace Bailey even getting better at a 90 overall now. You got Bam, who just puts in work, and then the bench guys just doing the bench things, man. They just do what's right. Miami in round 1, gonna just absolutely blow by them. We honestly don't even care who we're playing until we get to the conference finals, to be honest. This is what happens when I talk too much damn shit, bro. This is what happens when I talk too much damn shit and the Boston Celtics finna eliminate us, bro. Hansen Young, bro. Well, so much for a championship in this year, as the Boston Celtics gonna be eliminating us most likely, and you got eliminated in 5 games. My fault, I forgot the Celtics own the Cavs. Tatum and Brown still doing their thing. Tatum had a triple-double, and we crumbled in the semifinals. So that is just absolutely phenomenal. Love crumbling in the quarterfinals. MVP Mobley was doing his thing, that's for damn sure. Bam did not have a good series. That's quite unfortunate for this Cavs team. Did that just say Austin Reeves? Oh my God. Austin Reeves, I thought just won Finals MVP. The Hawks just won the NBA Finals, by the way. Wow, I mean, that Hawks team is cool, but like, is it a championship? I guess so. Championship level Hawks team, sure. That's disappointing because I thought we were really going to get it done. Unfortunately, that's not the case. 66 wins. What do you do with a 66 win roster? Do you change much? Besides paying your guys, I don't know what else you can do. Pay Maluak, you pay Ace Bailey, you run it back with the same exact team, I think is what you do. All right, well, we've had some disappointing shit go on in this video so far, but we're headed into year 5 with the same roster, the still same stacked roster that does look absolutely phenomenal, if I do say so myself. We brought Malik Monk back, so we have a backup small forward, backup center. I think we need a backup point guard on this team. I can use Peyton Pritchard off the bench. I think that's a pretty good pickup there. 82 overall, and you get a first round pick on top of that. Gives you a little offensive punch off the, or we could get Bronny. Nah. I'm gonna get my boy here. Peyton Pritchard. I think he's the best player available, and he gets us to that level off the bench. Former 6th man of the year. Him and Connect are absolute snipers off the bench at that power forward position, who I wouldn't be opposed to moving, possibly Kumara and Malik Monk for a full-time power forward. If one does pop up, but I ain't gonna force it. Caleb Gaskin's not a bad option, 21-year-old. You know what? Yeah, let's take a flyer on another young guy, Caleb Gaskins. We're gonna get a 21-year-old here. He could upgrade in the future, so we pick up a power forward here. So this is the new lineup heading into year number 5. Off the bench, you have Connect, Maluak, Pritchard, and Caleb Gaskins. I think that's good enough. You know what? And I'll even throw Tamar Bates the 10th man minutes to start. You're going to come in here, play shooting guard for us a little bit. So I think that's a good enough rotation. Still 5 stars, pace and space. You should be a championship level team. This team should keep taking jumps with Ace Bailey continuing to get better and stuff. So this team's really hitting their proms too. Emob goes back to back with MVPs, man. I mean, that's 2 MVPs for Evan Mobley in this Cavs rebuild. I mean, I'm sure that's what Cavs fans want to see, 2 MVPs in their ring. I think I would take that in 5 years. I ain't gonna lie to you. But we looking for more, man, because we greedy motherfuckers around here. We went 67 games, coach of the year, probably the best record in the NBA, as obviously Evan Mobley making all NBA first team, man. You know, 23, 10, and 6 is elite numbers for a 7-footer. Again, you're seeing Amen Thompson make another All-NBA first team. Guy averaged 18, 8, and 5. So, I mean, Amen Thompson was that centerpiece trade piece for Donovan Mitchell back in the day. He's been a 6-time All-Defensive first team. So, I mean, he's been really putting in work. And we should add another championship to the resumes. We were the best team in the East by 13 games, best team in the West by 13 games. So, you are the best team in the NBA by a long shot, bro. By a long shot. We're going to be cutting this down to 9 for the playoffs. Take a quick look at stats here and then get into simming. We should have a championship locked up here. Evan Mobley, Thompson, Garland still putting in good work here. 50, 40, 86. He's just been consistent for us. Ace Bailey, another 17 point per game season. Bam, 15. Peyton Pritchard, 12 off the bench. Connect, 10 off the bench. Go work, man. We should be able to breeze through these first few rounds pretty easily. Sweep Indiana in round 1. Should be able to take care of Chicago up 3-0. We're going to be getting rid of them as well. We do have a 3-seeded Toronto Raptors team that was the 1 seed at one point in this video. 54 wins for them is not bad. They have Darren Peterson, RJ Barrett, Brandon Ingram, Scotty. Should be easy series though. Game 1 does go to them. That being said, and we go down 2-0. I mean, I'm not playing, bro. I mean, you are not for real right now. You're down 3. You went down 3-1. I just don't understand that. Y'all gonna go out sad once again for me? Mobley gonna win these MVPs and my team ain't gonna show up for me, man. That's the problem. If we lose here, it might have to be a wrap, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. We going out sad once again. I'll hop in. 3-point game. Darius Garland going to the cup, trying to get a bucket. Gonna hop step and he gonna get the lay. We down by 1. All right, we got to get some stops here, man. Darren Peterson, you got Peyton Pritchard guarding Darren Peterson. That's not really a great matchup. He gonna fade to 3. He gonna miss. Peyton Pritchard looking over to Dalton Connect. Over to Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey with the screen from Bam. Screen ain't do absolutely nothing. Ace Bailey looking for a buck. Spin in the lane. Over to Garland. Here comes the screen from Bam. The screen ain't do nothing again. Bam with 2 baby dick ass screens. 1 on the clock. Fade away is no good. Is that another Mobley in the league? Who the hell is that? Can we get our Mobley in the game, please? Why is Peyton Pritchard guarding Scotty Barnes, bro? 3 in the corner is no good. Rebound, Dalton Connect. Bro, can we get our subs in the game, please? I mean, what are we doing, bro? Peyton Pritchard down to Bam, who's got a baby on him, going up, and he gonna get the bucket. We go up by 1. Here comes the screen again. He gonna take another pull-up. He gonna go all the way to the cup, kicks it over, skip pass to Johnson, and he gonna get fouled on the 3, and Darius Garland just fouled out, bro. He does smoke the first one. That's great. Second one's up, and he makes the second one. To take the lead with the 3rd free throw, he gonna make that. All right. Maluak's in the game. I don't know where Evan Mobley is. He must have fouled out. I see Amen Thompson down to Maluak with a bucket. Good pass by Amen Thompson. Darren Peterson looking for a bucket down to the center. Good defense by Maluak, bro. We look like we really good, man. Amen Thompson down to Bam. He got the post hook and he just gonna throw it up. Rebound by Maluak. You got to go up with that, my boy. He gonna put it up. Yo, he is a force on the glass. Darren Peterson attacking him, and Thompson ain't gonna work. Johnson wide open three again. He gonna stick it. Why are we not playing defense? What is Bam doing with the ball? Bam is trying to get a bucket. That is not working out on Scotty Barnes. He gonna go up and he gonna get fouled. Good shit, Bam. Never mind. Got to make these 2 free throws though, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you. First one is good. Second one, I need both, Bam. Good shit, Bam. Let's go. Darren Peterson down to, oh my god, almost stolen it back to Maluak. You gotta, okay, never mind. 15 seconds to go. You gotta hit a game winner here. 6 seconds down to Bam. Bam against Scotty Barnes. Bam. They get in the ball in Bam's hand. 3 seconds. The hook. It goes up. It's no good. We got OT. Okay, that's just great, isn't it? Why do I have a feeling we're going to lose in OT? I just have a feeling we're going to lose in overtime. And we do win by 2. So that's great. Thank God we get that done. You know, our guys should really be tightened up, bro. NBA Finals Game 7 against a 54-win team that you should be able to beat down pretty easily. Thank God we are going to be blowing them out in Game 7, and we're going to be making the NBA Finals once again. Beautiful stuff right there. All right, in the NBA Finals against the OKC Thunder, the 7-seed OKC Thunder, might I add, who only won 45 games. So if we lose to a 45-win team, bro, being a 67-win team, I'm going to be very upset. You know, this team still has Shea Chet and J-Dub. Besides that, their team is not very good. Game number 1 is going to go to us. We go up 2-0, and we're going to be sweeping the OKC Thunder here in year number 5. Evan Mobley averages 34 in the NBA Finals, and he gets his 2nd ring of the video. So year 5, we have 2 championships. I would usually end it here, but again, I'm trying to get at least 3 with this Cavs roster. I would like to get 1 more championship, and then we'll call it a video there. I mean, you still got progression from Ace Bailey. Bam's probably going to start to regress here, but your guys are just kind of entering their prime. So we're going to get Herb Jones with the mid-level exception here. I don't have a backup shooting guard here. I think that's what we're going to trade Herb Jones for, and one of these guys rookies we just signed or just drafted. Nikola Topic, I see. We don't have a backup point guard, and Topic is going to be here for 1 year. And if we're just trying to get 1 more championship, I'll grab an 84 overall backup point guard for sure. We still need a shooting guard. That being said, we'll get an old DeAndre Hunter here, and we'll pick up Gary Trent as well. We don't need Pritchard now. We can throw Pritchard in with DeAndre Hunter, and we're looking for a shooting guard. And that can 100% be Max Christie. We just need somebody to come in here and just be able to hit their shots, and that's what Max Christie is going to provide. That's going to be the rotation. We got it all figured out, ready to go, heading into this possible year 6 3rd championship season. I meant, whoa, did I just see that right? I meant Thompson dropped by 2. I do not like to see that. He's only 27. He drops. Bam drops down to 85 as well, so Maluak could start. Topic goes up, Dalton Connect drops, Caleb Gaskins only goes up 1. So you do see some regression out of your team, unfortunately. Hopefully this is the year we can capitalize on a 3rd ring and call it a video after year 6. Now, is Donovan Mitchell still in the NBA? And what has he been doing? Because we haven't checked on Donovan Mitchell in a minute, right? You know, this video is about trading Donovan Mitchell. And he's on the Clippers. He's been doing his thing, right? He's been having really good seasons. I ain't gonna lie to you. All right, so they want Maluak to start. Now, they're still gonna have Bam start. You have Topic, you have Maluak, you have Dalton Connect, and you have Gaskins still coming off the bench. So we'll just rock Max Christie. All right, so we're going to rock this lineup with Max Christie getting some burn as well. So we should still be 5 stars pace and space, which we are. And let's try to get our 3rd championship of the video here. I think we'll be able to here, unless we do see some big time regression out of like Bam or something like that. Like, you have the capabilities of putting up 165 whenever you want, right? So that's pretty insane. The whole lineup's gonna be putting in work. It's just a matter of can we go on a run in the playoff. Regular season don't really matter to me, I ain't gonna lie. All right, well, since this is possibly the last year and we're at the trade deadline, I see a Chet Holmgren on a 1-year contract that popped up in the trade finder. So you're goddamn right, I'm gonna trade for Chet Holmgren. And now you have a power forward center combo of Chet Holmgren and Evan Mobley in this final year of the video, man. Our 9-man is now Jamal Shed, which we most certainly do not need. So I need a shooting guard or a power forward, and then we're going to be done with trades, and we're going to the end of the year. You know who was frying us last year? Keon Johnson was frying us last year. This man, Keon Johnson, was absolutely frying us. He hit the big time 3, so he's going to get minutes. He was there last year playing against us. He almost eliminated us, so we'll get him on the squad. All right, so this man wins his 3rd MVP in a row, by the way. So I mean, Evan Mobley, I would say, is taking over this video, and we won 63 games again. So a championship should be on the horizon for this OKC team, this Cavs team. And I'm really happy that, I mean, after trading Donovan Mitchell in this video, we could get my boy Evan Mobley 3 MVPs, because that's what he's capable of, man. I know Cavs fans, you know, they want him to get to this level, and I think he can, bro. I really do. Final stats in the year, if you do want to take a look at it, the whole team was damn near in double figures. Were we the best team in the NBA, though, is the question. We were 4 games better than OKC, so we should be able to get to the finals. And we should be able to get OKC, as OKC actually lost in the 1st round to Utah. So they were a fake 1 seed. That's for damn sure, as we are still yet to lose. Toronto gave us problems last year. I could see them giving us problems this year, because apparently Toronto got our number. I ain't gonna lie. Toronto might actually have our number in this video. I would love to get game 3. We do. Can we go up 2-2? Can we take a 3-2 lead, and can we just win in 4, 6? I ain't gonna lie, I'm simming straight. Nah, I got a simcast. You got to simcast game 7. Game 7 in the go to the conference finals. This is the last year regardless. If we win, we win. We lose, we lose. We're calling it after this season. We are going to be beating this team by about 40 points in the 4th quarter, and we are going to be headed to the NBA Finals back-to-back seasons. All right, and we get to play Revenge Series once upon a time for Amen Thompson, who's here against his former team, the Houston Rockets. They are the 3 seed, and they won 52 games, so we are 11 games better than this team. We should come out on top in the final year, final series of the video. We get game 1, we get game 2, you get game 3, and we sweep the Houston Rockets in the NBA Finals, and Evan Mobley wins his 3rd Finals MVP of the video. And that's gonna cap it off, man. 6 years into the rebuild, trading Donovan Mitchell, Cavs rebuild, man. Evan Mobley definitely shined in this one. 3 championships in 6 years is a dynasty, in my opinion, with this Cleveland Cavaliers team. Take a look at Evan Mobley's resume, man, over these past few years. 3-time champion, 3-time MVP, 3-time Finals MVP. Absolute stud, taking over this Cavs franchise for years to come. Anyway, man, if you like this video, you want more videos like this, man, more rebuilds, drop a like, drop a sub, comment down below what videos y'all want to see next, man. Post 2K videos every single day, besides Sundays sometimes, because I be locked into my NFL. All right, I'm gonna catch you boys in the next one, man. Peace out.